Students, myself SVS. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn the last part of the lesson, the 100 dresses first, written by L. Bosser Easter. So please take page number 67. So last class, what did we see? Maddie, the intimate or the close friend of Peggy, wanted Peggy to stop teasing Vanda. And you see that she was frightened one day. Peggy would turn to her also. Now let us continue the lesson. Today, even though they had been late to school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Vanda. See, they waited for Vanda. Monday, she was absent. On Tuesday also, Vanda was absent. And Wednesday was also absent. And you see that on that day, Maddie was really happy, even though she was late to the school. That means both of them became late to the school. But Maddie was really happy, was glad. Glad means happy. Why was she happy? Because she had not to make fun of Vanda. She did not want to make fun of Vanda. She hated it. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. You see that she was really disturbed. So while she was doing the arithmetic problem, maths problem, okay, she was really worried and she had done it absent-mindedly. That means she was lost in thought. Okay, she was really lost in thought. So she had done the work absent-mindedly without giving much attention to that. 8 times 8, let us see. So she was doing the math sum. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy. So Maddie thought of writing a letter, a note to Peggy. She thought she could have the nerve, that means she would have the courage to write a note or a letter to Peggy, asking her to stop teasing Vanda, because she did not have the courage to talk to her directly. She knew she would never have the courage to speak right out to Peggy, to say, "Hey Peg, let us stop asking Vanda how many dresses she has. Hey Peg, let us stop this business. Let us stop the business of asking, okay, the custom of asking Vanda how many dresses she has." In order to tell that, she did not have the courage. So she thought of writing a letter instead of telling that. When she finished her arithmetic, she did start note to Peggy. So once she stopped or completed doing the works on mathematics, she started writing a note. When she finished her arithmetic, she did start note to Peggy. Suddenly she paused and shuddered. See, in between, you see that suddenly she paused. Paused means stopped. She stopped writing and shuddered. Shudder means trembled or shivered with fear. She was frightened of Peggy as well as the consequence, the result, what was going to happen that she doesn't know. She pictured herself in the schoolyard. That was her fear. She imagined herself, picture herself means she imagined herself in place of Vanda in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. A new target means here a person deliberately chosen for attack. And she imagined that she had become a new target for, Peggy as well as other friends to tease or to attack. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on. She imagined Peggy was asking this question, where did she get the new dress that she was wearing? And Maddie would have to say it was on Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise. In that case, you see that Maddie should say to her, if she was asked such a way, she should say to Peggy that it was the dress of Peggy only. And how that has been changed? Why couldn't Peggy identify her dress because her mother had tried to disguise. Disguise means give a different appearance in order to, yes, conceal its identity. And disguise with new trimmings. You see that Maddie's dress actually dresses are of Peggy. And how it was changed. Her mother had made some arrangement, or mother had made some changes with some decoration. Okay, and she had made some decoration on this old clothes in order to hide the identity, so that nobody could identify that it was of Peggy's dress. So in room number 13, that means in that class nobody could understand it, identify it. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Vanda. So Maddie thought, so no need to write the note, let her stop it herself. She wished that, yes, Peggy could stop, yes, teasing Vanda herself. Her own accord. Then her own accord means without being asked, without forced. So she wished that Peggy could stop without asked by, without forced by anybody else. Okay. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. Now Maddie, she moved her hands through her, blonde hair, yellow hair or pale yellow hair, because she was really uncomfortable. She felt unpleasant or uncomfortable. In order to be free from these uncomfortable feelings, she moved her hands, over her or hair. What difference did it make? Slowly Maddie tore into bits the knot she had started. So what difference that made? Okay, what did she do? She tore the paper on which she had written the notes for, Peggy, and she tore the paper and threw it away. And she was Peggy's friend. And Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. Then Maddie thought, Peggy is her best friend, and Peggy is the most favorite student of the school, a notable student of the school, and the whole school, liked her. And she expected that Peggy would not do any harm to her. She would never tease her. In that expectation, she decided to proceed or move ahead. As for Vanda, she was just some girl who lived up on Boggins Heights and stood alone in the schoolyard. But in the case of Vanda, you see that she was a girl who lived on the top of Boggins Heights, and she did not have any friends there in the school. And not only that, she never talked to, that means she rarely talked to anybody else in the class. And she was alone in the school. That means she did not have any friends there. She scarcely ever said anything to anybody. That means she hardly or barely said anything to anybody else in the school. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. And the only thing that she talked there in the schoolyard, that was about her 100 dresses. Already we have seen that Vanda used to tell that she had got 100 dresses. That was the only thing she said to anyone, those who talked to her. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses. This time Maddie thought about, Vanda talking about one of her dresses. Okay, one of these 100 dresses. And pale blue with colored trimmings. She used to tell about that dress, pale blue dress, okay, with colored decorations. And she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with a red sash. And she remembered about another dress also mentioned by Vanda. And she told that its color was a jungle green with a red sash. Sash means long stripe. A jungle green, that means a green color, the color of the forest. And which has got a long red sash. Sash means stripe. She could look like a Christmas tree in that. The girls had said in pretended admiration. Pretended means, yes, not real, acting. So when she told about that green dress, all the other girls used to make fun of her and telling that they were really they were really admiring her. In such a way, they told that, oh, you will look like a Christmas tree in that dress. But actually, they were not admiring, they were making fun of her. Thinking about Vanda and her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. So as she was thinking about Vanda and about her 100 dresses which were arranged in a line, immediately she started to think about the drawing contest or the drawing competition which was held in the school. And she started to think who was going to win the competition. For girls, this contest consists of designing dresses, and for boys of designing motorboats. You see that for boys and girls separate topics were given, and for girls it was designing dresses, okay, drawing pictures of dresses, whereas for the boys it was drawing or designing motorboats. Probably Peggy would win the girls medal. Maddie thought that yes, this medal is going to be won by Peggy because she was a good artist. And Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. That was the case. So in the classroom, you see that she was the best artist. She used to draw better, or that means better than anybody else in the class. At least that is what everybody thought, not only Maddie. All the students in the class thought that Peggy was going to win the competition. Then who could copy a picture in a magazine or some film stars had so that you could almost tell who it was. You see that Peggy has that ability. She has the ability to draw the picture of a film star or any important figures. She could copy as well as it is, so that the people could easily identify. And oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners, then they could know. And you see that the next day, the teacher was going to announce the winner, who was going to win the competition. And all expected, especially Maddie expected that Peggy would be the winner. The next day it was drizzling, and next day you see that there was a light rain, and Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. And both the friends, you see that they were hurrying to the school under Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they did not wait for Vanda Petronsky on the corner of Oliver Street, the street that far under the railroad tracks and up the hill. And naturally, in such a climate, while it was raining, they never waited for Vanda. Otherwise, they used to wait for Vanda to come from this Boggins Heights in order to tease her. But that day they did not wait for her. And Vanda Petronsky on the corner of Oliver Street. And you see that she used to go from the Oliver Street to Boggins Heights. And they used to wait there on that street, which was the street that far, under the railroad tracks and up the hill. And it was under the railroad tracks as well as down the hill. And it led to this Oliver Streets, which led to where Boggins Heights. Anyway, they were not taking chances on being late today because today was important. And that day they were not taking chance to wait. Why? Because they did not want to be late in the school because they expected the result of drawing competition. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. So on the way, Peggy asked, do you think that our madam, Miss Mason, is going to announce the result today? Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in. I hope so. The minute we get inside the classroom, he would announce it, said Maddie. Of course, you will win, Peg. Oh, Peg, you will be the winner. You are going to win the contest. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. And Peggy also expected that she would be the winner of the competition. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. As soon as they got inside the classroom, you see that they stopped there immediately. And you see that they breathed heavily. They gasped. They started breathing heavily. Maybe they were moving very fast. There were drawings all over the room. They could see the drawings. That is the reason they stopped there. So there were drawings all over the room. And on every ledge and downsill, ledge means narrow protection of the wall. That means everywhere on the wall as well as, yes, the windowsill. Then dazzling colors and brilliant. You see that with in bright colors and in brilliant colors, in magnificent colors. So many drawings were there everywhere around the classrooms. And you see that they were lavish designs. They were of luxurious designs. Okay, marvelous designs or elaborate designs. All drawn on great sheets of wrapping paper. All these drawings were drawn on, yes, on which the wrapping papers or covering papers. On great sheets of big sheets of covering paper, these drawings or these designs were drawn. There must have been 100 of them all lined up. They watched that there would be almost 100 of drawings. All the drawings were arranged in proper order. These must be the drawings for the contest. And they understood that these must be the drawings for the competition. Everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admirably. Oh, all of them started, these were the, drawings which meant for the competition. And all the students, all the people gathered there, they started to admire it. And they started to speak something very slowly or speak very slowly or whisper in great admiration. As soon as the class had assembled, then immediately the class was gathered. All the students were assembled there, gathered there. Miss Mason announced the winners. Miss Mason, he started announcing the name of the winners. Jack Buggles had won for the boys, he said. From the side of the boys, Jack Buggles had won. And this design for outboard motor was on exhibition in room 12, along with the sketches by all other boys. She announced that the drawing made by Jack, or Jack Buggles, that is there in room number 12 with the other drawings meant for the competition. So that all the drawings of the boys who took part in the competition were arranged in room number 12, she announced. As for the girls, she said, although just 1 or 2 sketches were submitted by most, one girl, and room 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs, all different and all beautiful. And she said from this room number 13, from this class, so most of the students, they submitted 1 or 2 drawings, but one girl submitted 100 drawings, and all were different in designs and also in look, and all were proud, and that should be all, the class should be proud of her. The girl had drawn 100 designs and all looked very different as well as all looked very beautiful, she declared. In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawings is worthy of winning the prize. She announced that according to the judges, only one drawing, there was no need of 100 drawings. One drawing that was sufficient enough to win the competition. And I am very happy to say that Vanda Petronsky is the winner of this girls' medal. Then she announced that the one who drew these drawings, that was Vanda Petronsky, and she gets first prize. She announced her name. Unfortunately, Vanda has been absent from school for some days and is not here to receive the applause that is due to her. Then she said, unfortunately, that girl, Vanda Petronsky, she is absent from the school for a few days, and so she could not get the applause, or she could not get the praise or applause, clapping, and that would be due for her, or that would be waited for her. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow, and let us hope tomorrow she will come. Now, class, you may file around the room quietly and look at her exquisite drawings. Then she asked all the students to go smoothly. without making noise around the class and watch that marvelous, extremely beautiful and well prepared and well made drawings. The children burst into applause. You see that the children, they started clapping hands, and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor. And the boys, you see that the naughty students, they were happy they got a chance to step on the floor or step heavily on the floor and make noise and put their fingers on their mouths, and they put their fingers on the mouth and they started whistling, though they were not interested in dresses. Actually, these boys were not interested in the dresses, and they were happy they got a chance to make noise as well as make disturbance. "Look, Peg," whispered Maddie. So Maddie whispered, "Hey, Peg, you look here. There is that blue one. There is that blue dress, the picture of the blue dress that she told us about. And Vanda used to tell about that dress. Isn't it beautiful?" Maddie asked. "Yes," said Peggy. Then Peggy said, "Yes. And here is that green one. Not only that, that green dress is also there. Boy, and I thought I could draw. And I wish I too could draw like that." That means Peggy had a great admiration for the drawings of Vanda Petrovsky. So dear students, let me wind up today's class here. I hope all of you understood it very well. So please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching it. Thank you very much.